So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Let me show you what we're going to get into today. I've got this red oak log right here, and it's not a very good one, to be honest with you, but I think I have a good use for this. I want to make a floor for inside the wood shed, something nice to stack wood on and make it easier to get the wood out when you have to go in there. Currently, we're using some old pallets, and they don't last very long, and they break sometimes when you walk on them. Your foot gets caught in them. And I just want to make something better. This is not a very good log, but for what I need, I think I should be able to get plenty of good lumber out of it. I'm going to cut maybe 2 9-footers out of this, and what's left we'll use for firewood. I'm going to stay away from the very bottom of this. It's kind of soft here in the center. I don't know. There's some cracks through here. Some staining. Hopefully there's no metal in it. I don't think there is. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to take the smaller log with me because I'm taking the excavator back, and I'll grab the big one with the skid loader. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know. This may be a waste of time with this log, but we'll put the small one on the mill first. Yeah, look at this. It's cracked all the way around there, all the way through the log. I don't know what you call that or what causes that. Got no idea. But we'll see what it looks like on the mill. And we're also going to take this crate full of firewood back over. One thing I'm going to do is move the log splitter. That's the perfect setup right there to run a fork right through your tire. We're going to see how strong this box is, because we've got to carry it out of the woods loaded. And the skid loader, you know, it kind of bounces and jars around a little bit more than, say, a tractor. But this is about a ½ quart of wood, plus the box is heavy, so the tractor wouldn't lift it. Oh boy. right, the wood box survived its maiden voyage. All right, the more I look at this red oak log right here, the more I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking it's just going to go to firewood. I don't think it's going to get me what I need, and what's going to happen is I'm going to put it on the mill, saw a bunch of lumber, realize the lumber isn't going to work, and then I'll have a bunch of wasted time. So I think it would be better just to use this one for firewood, and we'll use another one to make the floor for the woodshed. All right, next up, we're gonna go deliver a quart of firewood. Got 2 quarts of firewood delivered tonight to Roy. Roy's a great guy. He watches our channel. So we were kind of BSing there for a little bit. But I'm on my way home, and tomorrow morning I'll report back from the sawmill. All right, I came out here to grab a couple logs to take over to the sawmill, but I got a little distracted and cut some wood. Got a nice cherry log right here. The whole top was broke out of this one from storm damage. But look at that color right there. That's a nice one. Then I also cut a nice pile of firewood right here, mix of cherry and maple. Here in a little bit, Levi will bring the skid loader out with the firewood bucket, haul all this back to the Wolfe Ridge. I have the split force out here. I'll use it. I got wood laying everywhere. We'll use that splitter for everything else that's laying out here. Take this over to the Wolfe Ridge, and then these are the logs that I'm going to use for the floor in the woodshed. That's I call it soft maple, red maple. Wouldn't be my first choice, but besides firewood, I don't have a big demand for maple, and it's going to be under roof. It's going to be on stone. It'll last a very long time. So this is what we'll use for the floor in the woodshed. Kind of anxious to see what it looks like once we get it opened up. This is the butt log right here. That's the second one right there. They're not real big. 15, 16 inches in diameter, but be plenty for what we need. All right, I got this maple log on the mill. Levi's headed out to gather up some firewood. I'll have to bring this end up just a little bit. Right now I need to run the hunt man somewhere, and I'll come back here in just a bit and we'll get this sawed up, see what it looks like. All right, let's make some lumber. woodshed's going to be 93 inches long. I've got plenty of length here. I'll have to cut these down. And I'll make it in 2 sections. Yeah, I'm 110 inches long. So I'll make it in 2 sections. They'll be 4 feet wide by 93 inches long. So I've got 4 pieces, 1.5 inches thick, 10 inches wide. I'll have a little gap between each one. And I've got some 4x4s. I'll put 4 of them underneath each one. So these will get cut down to 4 feet. We're going to put this together. This won't take long at all. So they call that the Sawsquatch.
I believe it. You know, this saw is like, I'm the toughest guy in the saw business until this guy shows up.
I'm telling you.
And this guy is like, move over.
I don't really need that for this, but you do need it for the 4x4s. You can cut up to 6 1/4, 6.5 inch thick material with that saw.
Wow.
It's a beast.
Yeah, I see that.
Weighs 27 pounds.
What has its own little handlebar? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Worm drive.
As opposed to cold?
Worm. Not warm. Worm drive.
What's that mean?
It's a worm drive motor.
Uh-huh. That's good. I'm glad you got the warm one instead of the...
Yeah, not warm. Worm.
De-worm. Okay.
All right, so here is one section for the floor in the woodshed. Now I let these overhang just a little bit because in the back corner of the woodshed, I'll have a 4x4 that's in there now. So I'll probably have to cut this out like so to be able to get this tight to the wall. But yeah, this will be much, much better than working off of pallets. And this should last a really long time. 1.5 inch material. Maple. Like I said, wasn't my first choice, but it'll work good for that. But anyway, this big saw here, they call it the Sawsquatch. I looked up some of the specs. It weighs 27.3 pounds. You can saw, it has a cutting capacity of 6 1/4 inches. So you could use this for 6x6s. I used it for the 4x4s on here. You can do them with a regular circular saw. You just have to flip them over. But this will be pretty handy. A nice little addition, really, to the sawmill. A lot of this little stuff that I'm building like this, I'm just kind of experimenting and kind of learning a little more as I go. But we're going to be building a bunch more stuff, and this is going to come in pretty handy. Now Makita, they make a big one like this as well, but I like the skill saw a little bit better for a few reasons. Number one, this skill saw dumps all your dust out on this side right here, and you can get a good look at your line. Plus this base is real nice on the skill saw, nice and wide, kind of heavy duty. On the Makita, it looked just like a thin pressed, you know, base on it. I like the base on this a little bit better. This is one of those things you don't use all the time, but when you need it, it's nice to have. And then it has this stand. Now the stand is kind of a little bit chintzy, but the saw already weighs over 27 pounds, but you can set it right on here, clip it into place, and put it away. But yeah, that's just kind of light plastic. So yeah, there you have it. The skill saw Sawsquatch. I bought this on Amazon. It was on sale, $499, which I didn't think was too awful bad. I'll put a link in the description if anyone would need something like this. I doubt too many people do, but if you cut big wood, come in pretty handy. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.